can help you to be honest with you. I believe at heart, the way you was raised, right?
Yeah.
Where your mom and your daddy raised you, and the values that you were raised with.
Right.
I think if you come to South Carolina, and to my little country town of South Carolina, they had Klan rallies on the weekends.
I believe you.
No, I'm but had those same rallies. But if you would talk to my mom and my dad that's in that little small house, I bet we would have the same values and the same core principles.
Exactly.
Even though one may have voted for one party, may have voted for the other party, that's based on experiences that you've been given. But I think at the core of who we are as people, I think we are mostly conservative. Black people, most black people don't want people coming in their house and telling them what to do. Like most black people
right.
Like that.
Don't come to my house and tell me what to do. Let me tell you something. What?
No, I'm just saying.
No, she can say African American. You ain't from Africa.
No, that's me and him had a conversation earlier, so I was playing with him.
Where did you do that? No, I'm wondering. I hear this. I got a friend. I got a friend that happens to be
Black person?
Yeah, it's okay.
I got a friend that happens to be black. I get tired of people saying I got black. You know, white people always say they got black. I got a friend that happens to be black. He will not allow me to call him African American because he said he's never been to no Africa.
What by origin?
Okay.
Yeah, by origin. I think that's what they mean by ancestral origin.
Yeah, that's the thing about that's the origin. So the terminology
So
now.
you don't want to separate yourself from
This
your
guy's got.
ancestors.
All right, let
So
me.
you want to include that in your American.
I know wholeheartedly where I'm from. I love where I'm
So I have a
Black
question.
people are African American.
Yes, we're
I
all
like that.
So I have a question.
It's okay. I didn't say that was wrong.
No, it was him.
No,
We're going to blame it on
that's a
him.
deeper conversation.
So I have a question.
Wait a minute. I got to get back
I
on
want you to
this.
say
All right, we got to go, but I got to get. He told
No,
me.
we don't gotta go. We gotta get back on
Did you
topic.
tell me I got in trouble? So listen, you're 100% right. So here's what I want to ask you a question. See, look,
Hey,
when you look at
It
history,
is.
look at history, right? Detroit.
Motor City.
Go back to the 50s. Go look at history for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Look at history for yourself. Detroit in the 50s, the strong city, black family, black dad, mom, family, worked in the manufacturing plants. They destroyed that. They separated that on purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go back to the 50s and look how they separated the family.
A lot of that happened back in during the days. A lot of different cities around the
Exactly.
when they
I was in Detroit.
when the government separated. So a lot of back we say, yeah, a lot of Jews and Italians and back during the 50s and the 40s, right after that, so they were all living together in the same community.
Right.
And then some happened in the government, and then they started separating.
Exactly.
In those communities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they did that on purpose
Yes,
because
I agree with that.
they, you see, Martin Luther King Jr. had a unifying speech. He did not have a dividing speech.
Right.
His speech was never divided. I've read his speeches and listened to his speeches, studied his speeches. They were not dividing. They were not saying we need to be over here, they need to be over here. Never. Go read all the speeches. All, I don't want to say all he wanted. What he wanted is he wanted everybody to have an equal opportunity at everything. From children all the way up. From business to finance to education. He just wanted everybody to have that same opportunity. Now, I know I'm putting it in a box, and some people will say, well, it was more than that. I agree, because I did not live during that time. But something I want to say to you, okay, we got a big problem, and we got millions of people coming across the border. We got millions of people coming across the border, and they're getting somewhere to live, they're getting medical, they're getting food, and I could go one block and show you people sleeping on the street. We got problems. We got problems. We got $60 billion going to go defend another country, and right here where we stand, 2 blocks down the street, people sleeping on the street all day long, right?
All day long.
In this community, and then some damn politician going to come in here and they're going to tell you what they've done for you.
Right.
We're on the same page,
We're on
right?
the same page.
Aren't we?
All day long.
All day long. Can you get a picture of my friend? I need a name too. This is my friend.
Angela.
No, I like the African girl too.
Oh, she looks good, nigga.
She does.
She smelled better.
He's
Than
waving like
All right, go ahead. Go
Sausage,
ahead.
that's more like sausage.
I,
he gonna quit
so
taking
question.
me.
No
Listen, my
question.
friend, she
No
knows.
question. So,
Did I say something
so I'm gonna
that
ask a
offended
question.
you?
Oh no.
Oh, I'll come back tomorrow. I'll try again.
Hey
That's the way I am.
Brian.
You
Hey
don't-
Brian. So I'm gonna ask a
It's
question
mine.
for you, Brian.
Yeah.
What can the GOP offer the business owners right now, moving forward?
Take
got
that
it.
card I just sent you. Text it. Let's talk about the politics of it because I actually do not say. I actually don't.
Look at that.
See how she looks better? She posing and all that.
Look at that. And you get to stand next to Miss Lou.
All right.
Filter.
I'm gonna tell you this. Okay. I always say I do a daily show every day from 8 to 10. I do a show, right? And I always say on my show, if I didn't offend you today, come back tomorrow. I'm gonna take another shot. All right. And then I always say on my show, I say to people all the time, I say, when I know when my brain says don't say it, that's when I say it, right? So let me tell you my generation. It's real clear. I can identify myself.
You missed the whole question.
I grew up, I'm gonna get to the question. I grew up when Michael was black and Lionel was the Commodore.
Oh wow.
That's it for me. That's where I come from.
Okay.
You're not good with that?
I'm great.
Huh?
I'm great.
That's what I'm saying. That's who I am. Now the question, the Georgia GOP. All right, they're gonna get nervous. I'm down here talking anyway. But Republicans, Georgia GOP, look, when we say the party, all right, we have a party that fields candidates. Let me tell you what we need. We need more African Americans to step up and get involved. That's what we need. That's what we need. Really, seriously. Because what we have Donald Trump is going to be our nominee. Donald Trump's going to be our nominee. I'm proud of that. I can't wait to support Donald Trump. Okay? I'll vote for the man even if he's in jail. If they convict him, I'm going to vote for him. All right? But as far as the Republican Party is, you know, we need you to get involved. Get involved. People stand back and say, well, this one is not doing this, or Democrats are doing this. You know what? You are the change. You are the change in your community. You are the change in your homes. You're the change in your business. And I have to say very boldly, if you wait for somebody else to come through there and be your change, you will be stuck where you're at.
Yeah.
You with me?
No.
Don't ever wait for somebody to come through that door and be your change. You be your own change when you get up in the morning. So when you say, you know what, politically, taxes, regulations, a family of four in the grocery store paying $400 for groceries with a box of cereal this big, that's $6. You can't pay your car insurance. You can't pay rent. You can't buy a house. This is real stuff that's going on in this world. You know, you can't pay your credit card bills. Don't look for somebody to come through the door and change that for you.
Right.
You be the change. You step up. And I'm going to say it like this. Everybody comes to that door, you know, there's two lies. Now, I know what you told me earlier. You told me you're Muslim, right? I don't talk about, I'm not going to get into religion, but there's two lies that we were taught our whole life. Don't talk about politics and don't talk about religion. That's a lie. That's a lie because you know what? America has values. We have values. Keep your damn hands off our kids.
Right.
Don't groom our damn kids. All right? Leave our kids alone. Our kids are not a science project. Quit studying our kids. Mom and dad, they're God-given to mom and dad, not to the government. So it's things like that that I can't say enough. I will never come in your store and say, I'm here to help you change something. All right? You know, you get offered business opportunities. The business opportunity you're offered, it's called skin in the game. So if somebody comes to the door and says, no money, you don't have to give me a single dollar, I'm going to help you make $1 million need to run away from it. You got to always have skin in the game. You understand where I'm going with that? So when somebody comes in that door, I'm going to tell you something. You know what? I'm going to say tell them to vote Republican. Who's your congressman in this district? We got to run him off or her off. Whoever it is, I'm serious. We got to go.
Because they're not visible.
Did I make any sense?
Yeah, you make a lot of sense, but they're not visible. And the thing about it is, we as a people that come here, and like Miss Lola, what if God ain't never give her the witch to do what she do, and we wouldn't have a market to come to down here, and because of her and her prowess and her continuance, the market is open and blossoming. So I'll say, and to go from a stand, and I got a first season, but to go from a stand and to now have a market with a butcher and outside source vending and the biggest stand in the market, what is that saying? And if she can do it, everybody else can do it. But the problem is, folks want people to give them something. No, you got to go and get it. And you got to believe it. If you dream it, you can achieve it.
All right, I want to tell you something. I want to go, but we got to go. I feel like I was rude to you. You went to say something a couple times. I interrupted you. I apologize. I don't apologize to you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, okay, I'm 71 years old. I've been working for 46 years. I've been cutting meat every time. Learning how to cut meat every time, like 6 years old. Riding a grocery bike. All that to load people's groceries. And back in my days, we had the street cars.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, like I said, I come from the right side family, I raised up with them, all like that. I didn't have to sit on the back of no bus. I paid myself. And all the bus out, oh, you can't sit here, you know. Come on. Even when I go home sometimes, that was my choice. I'm good. They call me the white man. You know what? Everybody I know is professional football player, they black, white, got nice mansions and all that there, you know. But my dad's not here no more. But all my life, I used to pick cotton, tobacco, and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So, anyway, I made it to 71 years old. I'm proud of it. I'm seeing everything. I've been into all types of leadership. I've been in the mall, everything like that, you know. Worked with Dr. Martin Luther King, the Black Panther, Black Madonna, and the Arabs, and stuff like that, you know. I've been through it all, you know. And I'm just be glad when people learn how to really come together, because some people don't want to come together. They don't care about each other, you know. But once they start caring about each other, all this shooting and all this be over with, I can come over your house and eat. Now you can't go to nobody's house and eat.
Right.
You know what bothers me? You know what bothers me? Is they will talk about all this stuff, and I'm watching the news, and there's a little girl on the passenger side with a dad, a black little girl on the passenger side of the car at Wendy's.
Yeah.
And a stray bullet goes through the door from a gang. It kills a little black girl. 4 years old.
Yeah.
And then I'm reading the news, and out there in Chicago, there's a little girl sitting on the stoop. I'm serious, I can get tears.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on the stoop, and she's reading a book. Little black girl, and a stray bullet comes by, kills this little girl reading a book in the summertime.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something, I'm tired of us not having the value of life, no matter who it is. If they kill this person, it's on a national news. If they kill this person, if they can get the most out of it, it'll make national news.
Right.
And I'm tired of the communities that you live in, she lives in, and others here, that the value of life is not respected. You understand what I'm saying? I get tired of that. Right? So they'll say, Joe Biden will say, well, we want to regulate guns. We want to regulate guns, the government. to make it safer, you say to yourself, you're thinking, really, in my community? Because I don't know if you've been around the community, but the people that are law-abiding that have guns aren't the ones shooting the place up. And they're the ones not going to turn in their guns. You know what I'm saying? You pass all the laws in the world. Some of these people are not turning in guns. And drugs in this country. Let me get one more in here. The government brought drugs into these communities and dropped them off. And that ain't popular. They don't want to talk about that. You understand?
Okay.
Don't get me wound up. Dana knows. I'll say it. What?
All men breaking up when it comes to, I always have some good stuff to say. But in the days when they telling you that you couldn't whip a church, that did a whole lot.
Don't get me started on that.
That changed everything. I'm talking about, it changed so much. You can't whip your kid. But I did. And from the police and from anybody.
What is your name?
They call me Walter.
Mr. Walter.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So I'm down with everything. I just got to know what happened. I know what's been going on for the last 71 years.
So you voting in November?
I already done voted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already voted.
So you gonna come back and vote in November?
Yes, I have to.
Okay.
I know you're busy. I want to get out of your store. I want to ask a question.
All right, sir.
What's your
Like, we
name?
just spent
Pleasure
25
to meet you,
minutes
Andrew
together.
Walton.
All right.
And I don't mean to
Are you ready for
interrupt you guys
November?
are business
I've been
people.
ready for November.
All right.
I vote
share
every
something with
primary,
you.
every local election, everything that comes across my
I want to share something. I want to share
Right.
something with you, okay? Because I want to see if it changes your opinion. You ready? In 1995, I broke the law. Listen. 1995, I broke the law. In 1996, I had to go before a judge. I was sentenced for 3 years. I was convicted of 3 crimes. 1996.
Yeah.
You know how they still identify me? Convicted felon. That's what they still call me. And 30 years later, convicted felon. We gotta stop that
I'm
stuff.
sure you put it back.
Huh?
I'm sure you put it back.
Why? I mean,
I
tell
want
me,
to share it to a lot of people.
you want to hear it? You want to do it again?
Yes, sir.
I'll tell it again.
Okay.
All right. In 1995, I was in Pennsylvania. I was out in Pittsburgh. Okay. And I broke the law. You see, it's not okay to break the law, but I broke the law. I went before a judge. I looked at the judge. I'd never been before a judge in my life. I got convicted of 3 felony crimes in 1996. I got 3 years, 3 felony crimes. I didn't serve any time. I want to be clear, but that was 30 years ago. They still call me a convicted felon.
Even though you're a politician.
They still call me a convicted felon. They like to put that on the front.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty tired of that. And I'm pretty tired of communities and people that have to wear some label their whole life. Republican. If you're recording this, I don't care. I've never been in a courtroom before in my life. I don't know if you know about big city courtrooms. So I sit there that day. I was a young man. I sit there that day, and I call it a cattle call. A cattle call. And I sit there, and I will be clear. I'm probably the only white guy that was in the courtroom that day. The majority that was in the courtroom that day was black men. Now stay with me. They were black men. They were young black men. And I don't know nothing about court at this time. And I'm watching one at a time go before the judge and some court-appointed attorney making some excuse and say the other. And what did our government do? Our government said, look, let's build prisons. Let's build prisons all across this country. What they had to do? They had to put somebody in the jail. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You understand? Okay. The biggest travesty, I get in trouble for this. You know, the biggest travesty in this country is what they did to black men. You understand? See, I watched it. You remember the story I told you about being 5 years old? Right? Right? I went to school with a young black guy. We started kindergarten. We'll give you his first name. We went to school together our whole life. Tony, my friends. I get a phone call, we get separated. I get a phone call, 1985. A friend of mine owns a pizzeria, said, Tony was in here yesterday, looking for you. Why is he looking for me? He wants to know if you'll give him a job. Right? Said, Tony been gone for 3 years. Where's Tony been? I tell Tony to meet me. I go to the pizzeria, I sit down with Tony, black man, went to high school, kindergarten. I look at Tony and I said, Tony, where you been? I've been in jail 3 years. What did you do? He told me all about it. He said, I can't get a job anywhere. 1985, because I got to put down convicted felon. I can't get a job anywhere. You know what? I gave Tony a job. Okay? The Bible that I read, my neighbor, if they do this. And you know what it doesn't tell you to do? It doesn't tell you to stop loving your neighbor. People break the law. People break the law.
How does that change, sir, from that legal?
How does that change? We have to stop it. And when you say, how does that change? We have to stop that. I'm glad you said that. I mean, when somebody says, because they look down on you. You know how that sounds. It sounds like you should be afraid that I'm in your store. That's how that sounds,
Forever.
don't it?
Yes.
Forever, right?
You can do better. You don't deserve anything better.
I don't deserve a job. I don't deserve an opportunity. Everything. Now I am labeled, and that's why I wanted to talk to you for a while. Did that? Has your opinion of me changed?
No.
Huh?
No.
All right. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
What?
No.
Oh. That's white people, man. Use that to overlook it. That's white people.
And we just got finished talking about the
You know what I'm
separation
saying?
part.
All right.
We just got finished talking about the separation
So
part.
these my new friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Love you, brother.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yeah. See,
Remember what
I
I
said the
told
same
you?
thing, Miss Lola. Was
Remember what I told you?
it's demons everywhere.
It doesn't say love thy neighbor if, and it doesn't say stop loving thy neighbor. Did you understand?
That was conditional love just now. That was conditional just now.
That was a demon sense.
All right.